Hey guys, we're going to be reviewing a short trade on ES from the Asia session last night. So 8 p.m. on May 6th. You can see on my screen that there was 3 or 4 trades I took during this Asia Open session. We're going to be focusing on the second trade I took. So we're going to zoom in a little bit. And we're going to focus on this second trade, the entry at 5663. So trade outcome, or trade summary rather, the direction we were looking short, entry was roughly or in the zone of 5663, and we were looking to exit around 5658. We are on 5 contracts, and as you can see, we exited a little higher than 5658. Price got real close. We had a manual profit take at an auto profit take at the bottom of the yellow zone. Price didn't quite get there, and then it started to reverse. So I manually flattened it on about halfway up the reversal here. We managed to capture about 9 ticks. So still a good trade, 5 contracts into 9 ticks, probably about $600. I can't remember the full take. So the criteria for entry, price had rejected from a prior balance area and formed a clear lower high below supply. So we're talking about this area here. We had a downtrend happening. Buyers stepped in. We rejected, forming another lower high on this microstructure. So we've got higher high, lower high, rejection, and it's still under the 9 EMA, this white line. So that's our first criteria there. And then price broke below the microstructure around 664, which was this green zone that we've laid out. So it's this from this large seller block here, no wicks on either side of this candle. So we set this as our seller block. You can see that the volume, the VRVP on the side, is not reflective of what we were actually looking at because I've zoomed in and my VRVP is not anchored. It changes with the screen. The volume profile also showed that we had low liquidity below the 5662 level, which the DOM screen is off screen right now, but at the time there was very low liquidity in this area below here, and the VWAP at the time also was sitting in this zone just above the 200 EMA. So all of those confluences together gave me the short thesis that we were going to say this was our rejection zone and this was our target zone, green to yellow. The setup, essentially we were looking at a liquidity sweep, and a VWAP rejection fade. The trigger was the rejection from the shelf and the micro breakdown. So rejection from the shelf up here using also the 9 EMA. And then the confluence we were using was the momentum divergence. So we were looking at the volume on the DOM screen off screen. Then we were looking at the MACD and the RSI. And you can see over here, the MACD had a bearish signal cross at the top of the microstructure breakdown, and the RSI crossed the 50%, the midline, not long after. Both of them were in confluence on the way down. You can see this first zone on the way down had confluence of expanding seller volume as well, and then there was not enough buyer volume to break up here. That gave us the rejection from the fade zone that we were looking for. And then the continued seller action here, you can see that there is expanding seller volume at the same point. So that was good confluence for what we were looking for in this trade. So why was it a good entry? So we entered immediately after a failed reclaim of the 666 level, this green zone. And then the rejection from that value area gave us a high aggressive selling into the VWAP, which is these 3 candles selling down to what was the VWAP at the time of. Now, as I said, price just missed out on our profit line, which is down here at 558 roughly. And then it started bouncing back up. So I manually flattened and we exited about here. We captured most of the move and then the reversal eroded what would have been more profit on the line. But luckily, with a manual exit, we didn't have to worry about losing the value that we'd collected along here. And you can see that manual exit was well worthwhile because price completely reversed at that point. So finally, why was it a successful trade? We aligned with our price structure. We used the short-term momentum to our advantage, and we watched for breaks with confluence against our various indicator. We took profit before a full reversal, which was indicative as the wick started to get longer, and then we followed a clean trade plan, and that was one of our better trades of the session. You can see that we traded the original breakdown, and then we also traded the reversal on this side, but we'll review those for another time. Hopefully these are helpful. Leave any questions you might have in the comments section, but otherwise, good luck trading ES and any other vehicles.